Okay, so I really hope this is translating on camera. I actually use the night mode on this camera and I haven't before. But sunrises here in Cleveland, Ohio are gorgeous. I will be driving. Sunsets are beautiful, sunrises are beautiful. And as someone who has traveled, I think, a decent amount, these are comparable and competitive. I mean, look at that. I keep having to adjust my camera because it wants to bring in more light, but look at that, so beautiful. And I'm kind of like sad because I know that these houses are gonna get built up behind me and I'm not gonna be able to see the sunrise anymore. It kind of makes me sad. I have not done my hair yet, so we're just gonna, I don't know what we're gonna do about that actually. Should we just kind of hopefully let it sit in the back? Please sit in the background. Okay, so today's makeup took forever. Oh my god, I don't know if my makeup has ever taken this long, ever. Well, okay, maybe like when I've been getting ready for like a wedding or something, like a night, not even a night out, like a nice event or something. Today's makeup took so long. First off, okay, actually let me say something. So yesterday's makeup, when I shared the Victoria Beckham, the mink luster thing with you, and I'm like, oh, I don't know, it doesn't really look the way I want it to look, and pretty much every comment referring to my eyeshadow was like, I don't know what you're seeing, but we all see that it looks really good. So I was thinking, okay, so I had done my eyeshadow with this palette and I showed you guys I used 3 shades. I used like this shade, like this kind of like burgundy. I used this kind of warm brown in the crease. I used this brown also to create more depth. So I was thinking that was already laid down, and when I applied the lid luster, it just looked like silver sparkle to me, like maybe a dark silver sparkle, but silver sparkle. So if you guys were seeing this reflect and flash, that's great. I wasn't seeing it, so I will apply this to my lid without anything else on it, and then I will see. I think I just, when I had all of this on, I thought, okay, my shadow looks great, and then I popped this on and it just looked like silver reflect, and I'm like, that's fine, but it's like I'm not getting the smokiness I want, so I'm gonna try and just use this alone, and then we will follow up with you. But thank you for all your compliments, that was so nice. Okay, so today I used the Smoke Show from ColourPop. Very smoky today. I was having such a hard time blending everything out. It took forever. And these are not shades I'm comfortable using, and I always find that shades like this they're hard for me to work with because when they're so dark and they're so cool toned, I just think it immediately just like washes me out and looks horrible. So here is what the palette looks like. I use the black on the outer edges today. I used this shade, which is called Full Metal, on the lids, and I used this shade called Ignite. I tried to go for more like the purpley base grays versus the blue base grays because I knew the blue base grays would look really bad on me regardless, so I wanted to give it a good chance. So I used those. I was having such a hard time blending everything out that I had to introduce another palette in, so I pulled the Nomad palette, which I've shared with you earlier, and I really love it. So I ended up using this green in the crease. I ended up using, what did I use? A little bit of this brown in here, because it was, even though it's like more neutral, but still not as cool as the one in that palette. And then I also used a little bit of this orange. I know, it's like I didn't really commit to that palette, but I promised you guys I would use it, because remember, we're gonna be slutty for TJ Maxx, although I don't even think I'm gonna go to TJ Maxx today, but we shall see. Depends on how the day goes and how tired I am. Because, and not tired as in like physically tired, but like mentally tired, because if you leave the house anywhere in November and December on the weekends, parking lots are packed, registers are like, the lines are so long. You got wives with husbands, girlfriends with boyfriends, you got all kinds of people out who are not usually out, and it's just like a lot of people, and like it's just overwhelming to be around all that. Anyway, I then use the Clinique Pretty Easy liquid liner as well as the Costa Riche from MAC, because again, I just was having I was having so much trouble blending everything out and I didn't like the way everything was looking, so I just introduced whatever I wanted. You got the swatches from the Nomad palette, swatches from the ColourPop palette, and then Costa Riche and the liquid liner, and that's everything we have on the eye right now. So that's a close-up of what we have going on the eye. I mean, I'm probably not going to use this palette again. Probably going to declutter it quite quickly, but I think this whole look is really pretty. I just never want to try and recreate it again. Like, I could probably easily do this eyeshadow look with something else easily. God, I feel like there's so many sounds right now. I hear a train, my heat came on, and I'm sorry. I want to switch out this camera. I like this camera, but I spend a lot of time trying to get things to focus, like autofocus. Like when I do swatches or I want to show you something really up close, it takes a long time for me to get it to focus. And then of course, when I'm editing, it just creates these like larger files. And also with the sound, I want to be able to get a mic attached to this, and I can't. Because I feel like the sound can be very inconsistent, and it also picks up on a lot of other things, and I am not smart enough to figure out how to like fix that in editing. So yeah. All right, part 2 of what was causing my makeup easily took, I probably started doing my makeup around 6:15. I did not finish until around 9. Granted, it is a weekend day, so I just could take as much time as I wanted to just keep going until I liked everything. But I used the Dior Backstage foundation like I have in the past couple days-ish, and I put it on and it looked orange. So finally I get my eyes into a place that I'm comfortable with. Then I do all my face makeup, and I finally like actually look in the mirror, like really look in it and like move around the house and look at it in different lighting, and I'm so orange. And I'm like, what is going on? Like, I used this many times and it looked fine. So I don't know what happened. So then I took all of my face makeup off, bronzer, powder, everything, redid all the skincare, and then I went to like the most faithful, loyal foundation in the collection, and it's the Soap & Glory Kick-Ass All Day Wear. I use shade 4, and it literally looks gorgeous. This is, ooh, such a beautiful foundation. So inexpensive, goes on sale all the time. So I love this. I set the face with the Jouer powder. I have the shade Fair. I think trying to find your shade, not that it's difficult, but what you think you usually are, probably go a shade down. So I usually go like light or light medium. So I went for pale, and it's really, really pretty. I know that the foundation is pretty, but I think this powder made it look even more beautiful. And I set the entire face with this today. The under eyes, I used a combination of the NARS Soft Matte Concealers. I used Custard and Macadamia. Macadamia is peachier, so I have it on the inner corners. And then Custard, I have it blended over top of that, and then the rest of the eye. So enjoyed this. I also set that with the Jouer powder. I really like the Jouer powder. It's really nice. For bronzer, I use the Makeup Revolution Take a Vacation bronzer. It is something, I'm always kind of weary about baked bronzers, but not as far as like, okay, baked bronzers from the drugstore. I'm always worried they're gonna be orange. This one is not orange. It's really, really pretty. And it's very hard to over apply. I think it looks so seamless on the skin. It makes the skin look really bouncy and like pretty and firm. Love the word firm for face stuff. And then I decided to just spit in my mouth and then swallow it. Then I decided to use the Makeup Revolution highlighter as well. This is called Just My Type. Also a baked formula. I'm a little torn when it comes to Makeup Revolution because I love a lot of their products, but I refuse to just buy anything of theirs that is a blatant copy of something. And I understand the need for cheaper alternatives or a dupe, but when you are taking someone's palette and then not changing anything, like the layout's the same, the colors are identical, even the outer packaging is probably something like that, bothers me. So I love a lot of Makeup Revolution, but I won't buy products that are blatant copies of something else. So I know, look at me taking a stand. I actually take a lot of strong stands, but I, don't want to get too like whatever on this channel, So there's the bronzer. I mean, look how beautiful. And then that's the highlight. I haven't worn a highlighter in a while, especially a powder highlighter, but it looks so pretty, yeah? I just think it looks so gorgeous. It's like on the height of the cheekbones here. I have this thing here that is like not healing. We're working on it, but I don't know. It's been a long time. And I have highlighter down the nose. I mean, I just haven't seen myself with highlighter in a while, and it looks so nice, like healthy and beautiful. My face matches my neck finally today. So what else is left? Oh, lip. I have Patrick Ta. You're just gonna see the Patrick Ta lip liners in every video for a while because I really, really love them. Today we have on She's Proud, which is like the lighter of the two that I have. She's Strong is a more cool tone contour color. So I have this on, and then I have a Dose of Colors lip gloss on in the shade On Repeat. I'm gonna share all of the glosses with you. Like I'll film it in a little bit and I'll put it in like a different video, but because this takes too long to like swatch this and then swatch glosses on the hands. It's like not fun. So this is On Repeat. I just have it on all over, and then like, you know, the way I usually do it, I'll like tap everything in. It's a neutral, neutral color, and I think it looks really pretty because I feel like when you do smoky eyes, especially for daytime, you have to do a, like an almost not there lip. And this combination, really perfect for that. Like I love the way my lips look, like I really like it. So, I mean, I feel like I'm really into the skin today. I like the bronzer and the foundation combination and the powder. The eyes I like, love even, but I just know what it took to get it to look that way, and I just don't want to go through it again. But I forgot, I haven't used Costa Riche in a while. I love Costa Riche. I actually picked up Smolder from MAC as well. I wanted like a really, like a kohl kajal type black pencil again, and the one I had like expired and I'd already decluttered it, but yes. Okay, let's talk about fragrance. So I had showed you guys the Byredo, no, the Glossier You earlier, and I have been wearing the scent a lot. Like when I don't know what I want to wear, I do reach for this, and it smells so good. And it reminded me of the Byredo Gypsy Water, which I have picked up. Finally, my entire Selfridges haul is here. So I splurged and got the large bottle of the Gypsy Water from Byredo, and I don't regret it. So I was reading reviews on the Glossier, and a lot of people were saying it's a combination of, say, Gypsy Water and Mojave Ghost from Byredo. I have not smelled Mojave Ghost before, but I do love the Gypsy Water. I've bought like the travel size like sprays, and again, it's something I reach for a lot. So I figured I would just get the bigger bottle. So off of Selfridges, even if they weren't doing like 10% off during like Black Friday times, let me see, I screenshotted everything because I thought it was important to note. So Gypsy Water in the US, the 1.7 ounce is $175, and the 3.4 ounce is $260. So I got the big one, so $260 in the US. On the Selfridges website, with no promotion whatsoever, this is $178. So when I had the 10% off, I was like, I am definitely getting this. So I'm really happy I have this. Again, Selfridges Global. If you like to buy luxury stuff, anywhere from high-end to luxury, the pricing there is absolutely worth it to pay the $55 a year for the shipping. Because like if I would have just bought this perfume, what, for $260 in the US, I save more than $55 buying it from here. So if just one or two purchases will easily pay for your $55, and from there on out, everything you buy is like at an actual, real, excellent discount. So I'm gonna leave the house right now, and I'm gonna use the Glossier You because it's like the best scent as far as like office scent. If you're in close quarters with people, I don't think it's like offensive to anyone. The only bad things I've read about it are like, I guess it just depends on like your preferences and your body chemistry. For some people, they put it on and they're like, it smells like cleaning stuff, but a lot of the scents I like, I think, go in that direction. So whatever. Oh my God, it smells so good. Okay. Yes, so excellent scent, highly recommend. Oh, so the whole point of this was to say, like, first of all, I haven't smelled Mojave Ghost, and then the other thing is, if you guys have, let me know, like, is it a combination? Like, if you've had experienced all three of these scents, is this a combination of those two? And if so, is there like a preference? Because I care about your opinion, because you know me.